everybody, to the Good Dumb Fun Show. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man. How are you?
Yeah, it's been kind of a crazy week.
Yeah.
Work's busy, life's busy.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. It's just been, we got a lot of illness going around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
either I'm feeling bad or somebody else is feeling bad.
Thanks for telling me before I walked into this closed room with you.
No, nothing like that. But as you know, I don't know if I've told it on the pod, but Dad had surgery a week ago, went successfully, everything's good, but he's still he's got a lot of holes in him, so they're like, right. He's still aching pretty bad.
Yeah, I bet.
But
that's got to be a tough one.
Yeah. But other than that, we're good. Nothing really going on this week. So what are we doing?
What are we doing? You know what? We are heading back to our episode 0 days because we don't know what we're doing today.
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing. We're just kind of winging it today.
And the reason is, well, let's just be transparent. We are at a standstill between the two of us. We are coming hot off the presses.
I'm going to fight you.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
When we turn these
gets aggressive.
When we turn these cameras off, dude. You are killing me with this thing.
No.
Now, before we break the timeline again,
you tell it and then I'll tell it.
This is coming out after the reason for this argument, right?
Well, I don't know. We can't settle on that. So here's where we're at. What do you want to do? No. Okay. So we're going to settle this like men is what we're going to do. And the way men settle things is rock, paper, scissors. Okay. And that's how we're going to do this. So do you want to do that before we continue?
Do you want to clarify or say anything to the court before we duke it out?
Well, basically...
This is nonsense.
It is nonsense.
What this is.
So
you have been gaslighting me, manipulating me.
I'm not
Let me throw out all the
anything.
Buzzwords.
Okay, you tell it.
Yeah.
I won't even tell it.
So
you
we do an episode. Episode's done. Record the episode. Put the episode up. Put it to bed. I was okay with it. You loved it. And you were like, all right, when are we doing the next one? And then we had a debate about how we wanted to do the next of that thing.
Because you didn't know that I had a bunch of material we didn't get to.
Right.
So I wanted to do a part 2.
Right.
But then you had another idea of what we needed to do, which is going to be
maybe in the
this
text,
episode.
I'm half tempted to put the text on the screen, dude. You show the receipts. I said...
Very passive-aggressively.
And I quote... I don't quote directly. I don't remember what I said exactly. But I said something to the effect of, I'm good with either. Because we're going to use them regardless. So
I knew what you meant.
Let's... roll my... Okay. So you want to...
So before we move forward, let's decide what we're going to do.
First, we need to resolve our friendship is what we need.
I always knew this podcast would come between us, and it happened a lot sooner than I thought. No, truth be told, I'm good with whatever happens.
Okay, yeah, me too.
But we just never really did decide, so we're going to decide right now.
So this is literally just like the first episode we recorded. Where
in true episode 0 fashion, when we pick the name on the pod, today we're going to choose the episode on the pod.
Okay.
So... let's lay out some ground rules. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Nothing to the face.
Yeah, no touching of the
body.
hair or face.
Yeah.
That's it. Begin.
Okay.
Anchorman.
So, rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You go on shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
So, let's do a test run.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay. So, we agree?
Yeah, I agree. Are we doing best of 3 or are we doing just 1?
Let's do best 2 out of 3.
Okay.
If I win, we do part 2.
Okay.
If you win, we do
whatever
your idea.
Yeah. Okay.
So, all right, ready?
All right.
All right, for the listeners, we're playing rock, paper, scissors.
Sometimes I forget that we have an audio-only version.
Okay.
But, yeah, we're doing rock, paper, scissors.
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right. Josh wins.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Didn't expect that, did you? Josh sweeps the field.
Yeah.
Should we go for 3?
No.
Okay.
You won.
So for
play the NFL theme song.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
no, that's
one.
John Cena.
Oh, sorry. No.
We'll plug it in. We'll figure out what it is.
Throw it in there. But yeah, you can put your hands in the air, celebrate. However you want to throw your paper like you're talking about with the clipboard.
Yeah, the clipboard.
Yeah.
So what Patrick didn't know is that rock always wins. So, and I just proved that.
There you go.
So for the listeners, he did scissors twice. I did rock twice.
See, I was playing the mind game too because when you went for scissors, I was like, oh, well, he's going to switch.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you thought I was going to come back with paper or something.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I did.
We should do a full audio-only podcast of just rock, paper, scissors.
That would be so boring because we would have to be like rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and then say the thing we did, and then our audio would overlap. Uh-huh. So it would just be like us. It'd be like rock, paper, scissors, shoot, scissors.
Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors, rock.
Scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, paper.
Yeah, exactly like that. Exactly.
You know what, though? I've thought about this. If I was ever like some sort of activities director or like an event coordinator for like college-age kids or youth of some kind, I dream of doing like a mass round-robin rock, paper, scissors championship.
Yeah.
Bracket style. Yeah. Everyone's involved. I don't care if there's 10 people or 100 people. We are going to determine the rock, paper, scissors champion. And I actually pitched this idea to a friend of mine who was in such a position, and to my knowledge, it was never done.
Are you ready to be jealous?
But
I did that.
You did?
And it was in a group of 50 people.
Was it awesome?
It was pretty crazy.
Oh, I can only imagine the vibes, dude.
So it was like the way that it got broken up from my memory. This was 10 years ago. But it was a youth group thing. And we were all like split up into like groups of 4. Mm-hmm. And so you had two, one across from each other. So you had 2 groups playing. And then whoever played in that, they had to turn. The winners had to turn and face each other, and it broke. And it literally, after like a round, everybody be like, "All right, who won?" And then like they got all the winners in random groups, and so it was literally what you were describing.
And then you determine.
And it was crazy.
I bet it was, because by the time you're like eliminated, now you're just like around circling them,
screaming, making
like it's an arm wrestling championship or something.
So round 1, of course, people were getting a little rowdy, but by round like 6. When there's like 10 people left, every time somebody lost, it was, oh, I can't believe it. Play the song again. I can't believe it.
He did scissors. No one expected that.
I mean, it was crazy.
Dude, I want that so bad. That's going to be
Let's do it.
Let's
organize it at work.
Okay. If it never happens in my lifetime, it will be in my last will and testament. And it will be done.
Right, do it at the funeral?
It will be done at my funeral. So book that.
Okay.
But
book your tickets in advance.
That'll be my dying wish, is for a round robin. Everyone's involved. I don't care if you're still grieving. This will be a good time, You're
like the wife, the kids, the grandkids. Everybody has to participate.
And then I'm hoping that I can get like a screen in heaven or something where I can just watch,
I hope if this is a bad thought, we can cut it. But I just thought, what if you're watching from heaven, and you look around to like the Lord and everybody, and you're like, "Can I go in for one more round, Coach?" You resurrect from the casket to be like, "All right." That'd make a great movie.
Or if now we'll talk about like ghosts and stuff probably in October, but if ghosts are real and I become a ghost, I'm going to be like whispering in my wife's ear being like, scissors.
Yeah, you're going to guide the hand of fate.
Yeah, and then she's going to win,
That's so funny.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's a great movie. We should make like a $10 budget movie with all this equipment and make a horrible B movie.
We'll call it Rock, Paper, Scissors.
Yeah, exactly.
Or we can, one name titles are popular. We can just call it Shoot.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're on a time crunch because we put this out on the internet.
Well, we better get.
All right. Go ahead. Let's get started.
Well, how's your week? Like anything else going on? Anything?
No, mainly just taking care of my dad, and works the usual. Nothing crazy. Nothing. Got back in the gym.
Nice.
My gym partner.
We can all tell.
And you're hilariously, because with you having kids, you're gonna know that. Like my friend is cooked, and he doesn't listen to this, so I don't have to worry about it. But so his wife is due in like 3 weeks.
Wow.
And he's
about to quit the gym.
Just now, he's like, "Yeah, we need to get back into the routine." And I'm like, "Brother, I don't think you understand, like the phase of life you're about to be in."
Yeah.
Because I've got plenty of friends who have children, and I guarantee you're not going to be in the gym 3 hours a day, 4 times a week.
No.
Unless you come home after a week of it and your wife beats you to death.
Yeah. No, I mean, some people make it work. I've had friends who, like, gym is life and all that.
Yeah.
And they have to dial it back, but they make it work in their routine because it's like everybody needs an outlet of some kind. And
I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm just saying
But in those early days, it's probably not possible.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the first 3 months of a baby's life are just a whirlwind.
Yeah.
Like, I barely remember them. It's just like...
I remember them.
No sleep. Like, you're
just...
Because
I got here as it happened.
You're just surviving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
You walked in some days and you looked like you didn't know what was going on.
I didn't.
You were like, why am I here?
I don't know what I'm doing at work anymore. I don't know what I'm doing at home anymore. I don't know what to do with this kid. Like, now I'm like, all right, we're on number 2. I feel like I kind of know what I'm doing now. And now it's just like priorities shift over time and you kind of realize like things fall back into place and you're like, okay, here's the things that are actually important.
Right.
Here's the things that used to be important. Maybe they'll come back around one day, but for now, this is the phase of life I'm in, and this is what's important. So,
dude, you would come in after a bad night. You would come into the office and barely speak to anybody.
It's because I'm like asleep at my desk.
Like, you would walk in, and me and Skip would cut eyes at each other, and be like, "You okay, boss?" And you'd be like, you'd walk by like you didn't hear us.
Yeah.
So then one of us would get up from the desk and be like, "How are you?" And you go, "I'm good." Like completely out of
just
it.
Just oblivious. It's because I'm walking in like I just got done with like a fight.
Yeah.
Like it's like asking a boxer questions after a match. He's like, "Who are you? Like, what are we doing here?"
Oh,
no, it's good. But
we got any comments or anything? Or
you know what? I didn't write them down. Oh no, I did. Okay, good. Whew. We had a couple. So
cool.
Now that we know what we're doing, I can confidently say last week we spoke about college football.
Yeah.
We're going to do just one more week on that. Like I said at the end of that one, this is not going to become a college football show. However, there was a lot of stuff that we didn't get to that I thought of showing Patrick some videos and just talking about some stuff, and I thought it'd be fun. Maybe it won't be. Maybe this is going to be our worst episode. Sorry about that. But we're not going to...
I don't think so. We started off to a rocket and start so far.
There's not going to be like a part 3, so don't worry about that. If you're listening to this and you're like, I cannot care less about college football, like Patrick here, this is not going to be a regular thing. We just didn't finish last week. So my idea for part 2 was just to basically finish. Patrick's idea is actually going to be a lot of fun. And I brought some stuff today that I'm going to have to bring back.
That's fine. Yeah, we're going to have more prep time.
So, yeah. We're gonna get to Patrick's idea in the, I don't know when, but we'll plug it in the future and maybe the near future.
I don't worry about doing anything for this podcast because for as long as we do it, there's always going to be something to do or talk about.
Yeah.
So it's like if we have an idea, it's not like we're not going to use it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But where we left off last time, where we were at, we were talking about your recommendations for teams that have a high likelihood of going to the championships, because we were talking about Texas A&M.
Or that would be worth following.
We talked about...
Here, I actually have the list.
I forgot.
So my recommendations to Patrick were Penn State, Clemson, Florida,
that was the other one.
Ole Miss, Louisville, and Indiana. Those were my recommendations of teams that would either have a high likelihood of making the playoff, maybe even the championship, or at least be fun to follow throughout the year.
Okay.
Because of a coach or a player or some sort of underlying storyline. So those were my recommendations. Patrick said he had narrowed it down to 2 or 3 teams.
I did. So before we continue any further, where are we at in the timeline of, like, do we have more stuff that you need to show me? Or?
No, I think if you're ready to make a decision, you can do it now, or we can wait till the end if you want to draw suspense.
I say let's make it at the end.
Okay.
So that way we can, like, it'll just be a more climactic.
Yeah. Insert the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me tell you something that happened to me this week. I was at Home Depot, not a sponsor.
Oh, no.
And we were there, we're fixing a few things around the house. So we were there just buying stuff. I'm wearing a Nebraska t-shirt at Home Depot, as I do. And I was, like, in the zone looking for the sinks. Like, I was trying to find what I'm trying to find, so I'm not really paying attention to what's going on around me. I'm walking around looking at the aisle numbers, looking at what's in the aisle, and this guy hits me with a Go Big Red, which is the calling card for Nebraska fans.
Yeah.
It's like the Roll Tide or the War Eagle for us. So he hits me with a Go Big Red. I didn't process what he said. I just knew a stranger was talking to me.
Yeah.
And I said, "Thank you, you too."
That's the most unexciting response you could probably tell a fellow. But you were in shock. I mean, how often have you heard "Go Big Red" since you've lived here?
Never.
Yeah, there you
Hardly
go.
ever. And I'm not going to say never. Hardly ever.
So you were like in shock.
It's been so long since I've caught a Go Big Red in the wild that my brain didn't even process that's even possibly what he could have said.
Yeah.
So I was just like, "Thank you, you too." And then he was around the corner by the time I was like, "Go Big Red," I'm like, "Oh shoot." And I texted my wife immediately about what happened, and she's like, "Wow, that's embarrassing for you." I was like,
dude, she's so
funny. It really was. It really
Ah.
was. But
it is, because it's the same. Like what happened to you is the football equivalent of like when you're at a restaurant and your waiter's like, "Oh, enjoy your food," and you go, "You too." Yeah.
Or a movie theater. Enjoy your movie.
Yeah,
you too.
You too. Yeah.
They're
well,
like, "I don't watch
they
movies.
could walk up to the.
I make the popcorn. I don't watch the movies."
They don't let me leave the cubicle.
Oh yeah. Or enjoy your flight. Yeah, you too. The TSA agent.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. No,
I
I've
guess,
never had a TSA agent that was actually nice to me.
Let me say the gate, the person at the gate.
Yeah.
Like scanning your tickets and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the TSA agent's just like trying to arrest you.
They're ready to
throw down.
Hurt the first person that they can.
Oh man. Yeah. We'll have to talk about TSA another time. But anyway, so that happened in the midst of our college football episode. I'm like, I cannot believe that just happened. So, sir, if you're listening, Go Big Red. Yes, we do have comments. So comments come from YouTube, Instagram, gooddumbfunshow@gmail.com, and SpeakPipe. And we do have a SpeakPipe today. And then we have another one that they didn't say their name, but they kind of put what they were asking about.
Okay.
So I think we should save that for another time so we can spend more time on it.
Okay. Sounds
but
good.
It will be played. Anyway, so we did get a comment from Skip Talmadge. He said, "Opening day of baseball season should definitely be a holiday."
I'm okay with that.
Opening day is just a good time, even if you're not a baseball fan. Just enjoy. It's America's pastime. Enjoy the day off.
The thing with like opening days like that is that even if you're not a fan of whatever it is, those days where it's culminating to the start of something, it's easy to get swept up in the excitement. So like even as a bystander, it's like the week of football or the week of baseball where everybody's buzzing.
Yeah.
It's like as a non-fan, it's easy to just get wrapped up in everybody's excited. Yeah. Like I want to be excited.
Like your heart starts beating a little faster.
Yeah.
You can just feel the buzz in the air. Yeah. So it was good to hear from Skip. He commented a couple times actually. He also said I don't know what that was in reference to, but he saw something he didn't like, I guess. Anyway, let me, you talk for a second. Let me pull up the SpeakPipe.
Okay, yeah. So, I'm just thinking about if we should bleep that or not.
We should.
We should? Okay, cool. Yeah. We'll bleep that.
Yeah, I went ahead.
Skip's going to comment again and be like, quit bleeping my comments.
Yeah, well, he also said, something about stop pimping your T-shirts or something.
Well, listen, hey, this is...
I'm like, I responded, I said, thank you. I also think our shirts are pimping. And he didn't respond.
Hey, listen, we want, we want people to wear the merch if you like it.
Yeah.
They're comfy.
Yeah.
What else do you want me to say? But, I get swept up in the excitement for almost anything. If people are excited enough to get fired up about something, I will be fired up about it, even if I have no idea what's going on. I just like to be excited.
It's just a good time, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a communal thing. It's a tribal thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, you kind of saw me get fired up a couple times last week. It's like you get so caught up in your tribe that you just get angry that other tribes exist, and you're like, I just want to destroy those tribes.
But as an outsider, I don't feel that at the very beginning. Mm-hmm. So, like, the week leading up to it, I don't feel the tribal animosity. It just feels like everybody's like, aren't you excited for the season? Like, everybody's just excited.
It's still cordial.
And then after the first round of games, then we get to hating each other, and then that's where I check out. I'm like, okay, you guys are being weird.
Somebody's quarterback gets sacked on 3rd and long, and you're like, all right, I hate everybody.
Yeah, whatever that means.
This group of 18-year-olds is ruining my life.
That's the craziest part to me is watching, like, people who you thought had their lives together argue with other people who you thought had lives together, but there's such a big gap, you know? Like, you see guys in their early 20s who are literally having shouting matches with people who are in their 50s and 60s, and I'm like, you have an established life, sir.
Yeah.
Like, I get early
20s. Sir, you're a businessman.
Like, early 20s, we're all
lawyer.
Idiots, you know? Like, we're early 20s, people are still dumb, and you're doing stupid stuff. And it's like, okay, well, when somebody our age or younger than us says something stupid, you're like, okay, well, you could just be dumb.
Yeah.
But a guy that's in his, like, mid-50s, and he's like, "Bam the bear.
Yeah.
You can go back to where you're from."
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, brother.
Just yelling at each other over whose group of teenagers is supreme over the other.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
It's like these kids do not know who you are.
It's crazy.
Like, you need to let it go a little bit.
Oh, man.
We'll have to talk about. No, I promise there won't be a part 3. But I was just thinking
There
about.
will be a
I was
part
thinking
3.
about. We were talking about this in the office the other day about the guy who poisoned the trees in Auburn.
Oh, yeah.
The Alabama fan poisoned those trees as a retaliation because an Auburn fan put a Auburn jersey on the statue of Bear Bryant.
Yeah.
And this guy's response was to kill the trees on Toomer's Corner in Auburn.
Yeah.
That were like,
Weren't they
I don't know. They were super old.
Almost 100 or something.
I don't
like
remember.
That.
I don't want to say
they
a
were
number.
super old.
I don't want to say a number because I really don't know.
But they were super old.
But I'm like, dude, that's insane. And then he called in to the Paul Five Mob show and incriminated himself. That's the only. People didn't even know the trees were dying yet. And this guy called in and basically said what he did.
That's crazy.
And then they went and tested the trees, and they're like, yeah, they've been poisoned.
That sucks.
And then the trees died, and they had to be, like, replaced or whatever.
Did that guy get, like, charged for that?
Oh, he's dead now.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Unrelated, I think.
But the crazy about the tribalism is like there are probably some Alabama fans out there that was like,
I'm glad he did it.
That tree deserved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they suck.
No, that was a reasonable response to a jersey on a statue.
Yeah. Crazy.
All right, let's play the speak pipe.
Okay.
So this is from Micah Olson.
Oh, good.
What is up, good, dumb, fun bros? I am back with another question. My question for you is, what is the best college football rivalry in your opinion? Would you say the Game, Red River, or the Iron Bowl? I'd really like to know your thoughts and why. Thanks. See you guys later.
Sorry, that wasn't Micah. That was Kevin from The Office.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, Micah's question was about what we think are the greatest rivalry in college football. The 3 he mentioned were the Game, the Red River Shootout, known by no other name in my head. They rebranded it to the Red River Rivalry because Shootout was too violent.
Shootout's getting a little bit.
But it will always be known as the Red River Shootout.
Okay.
Me. And then the Iron Bowl.
Okay. I know what the Iron Bowl is. I don't know what the other 2 are.
Okay, so let's talk about this later. Because one of the things I want to talk to you about is rivalries and matchups with names like that. And I kind of wanted... I had a fun game prepared for you where I wanted you to kind of play along with.
Okay, so we'll put a pause on it. So
Micah, we'll come back to your question.
Yeah. Don't pause the episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just watch it.
Yeah.
And we'll get to it.
Yeah. Or
we're going to get it.
We'll send you a clip when we're done. Sorry, Micah. Anyway, so that was a good question, but it did kind of step on the outline a little bit. So we're going to get to that later.
Okay, so we are going to answer it.
Yes.
Got it. All right. So what's next?
So, it's actually that segment. So, all right, Micah, let's get to it. I should have turned the page.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you a sheet of this. So
what if he did already pause it though and was like, "They're not going to answer my question, dude."
Yeah.
We are going to answer the question. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna find out if he really is the number 1 fan.
My wife would disagree.
Oh, that's her. So were you aware that there were so many named matchups in college football? And by named matchups, I can almost imagine what you're
Civil
reading.
War?
Yeah, dude.
The Holy War?
Yeah. So
That's crazy.
and this is only a few
Okay,
of
clean
them.
old-fashioned hate.
Yeah.
Can we, is that trademark? Because I want to steal, that'd be a great episode name.
we can do that.
Okay, that'd be a great episode name.
Yeah, let's call it.
Okay.
So what I've given Patrick is 10 matchups and 10 names, and I'll read them off. And what I would like is for Patrick to try to guess which teams are involved in which matchup.
Okay.
So every single one of these is associated with one of these names.
Yeah.
But they are out of order for a reason, so that it's not so easy for you. Some of them you're going to know, like the Iron Bowl. You're aware of the Iron Bowl. You hear about it all the time, all year round. The game, Micah just mentioned. The Red River Shootout, Micah just mentioned. Civil War, Backyard Brawl, Farmageddon, Holy War, Egg Bowl, Bedlam, and Clean Old Fashioned
Dude,
Hate.
an egg bowl sounds good. I'm so hungry right now, dude.
Now, these are not bowl games.
On a side note. Side note.
Yeah.
There we go.
On the aside.
Okay.
As
I'm
an aside.
hungry.
So these are not bowl games. These are regular season matchups.
Okay. That have a name. Okay.
So like when you see Iron Bowl, Egg Bowl, that's not not a postseason game. That's just what they call their matchup.
Okay.
So you see the lists over here of the teams.
The only one I know is the Iron Bowl.
Okay.
That's Alabama Auburn.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
Who do you think is in the game?
I'm gonna say Ohio State versus Michigan.
Nailed it.
Really?
That is the game. Yeah. So it's referred to as the game for a lot of reasons, but it's arguably the biggest game of the year, certainly in the Big Ten.
Okay.
It's either at, I'm just going to say, for the sake of being cordial, it's on the Iron Bowl's level as far as how seriously people take it down here.
Yeah.
That's how seriously, if not more, they take it.
Up there.
The Michigan and Ohio State won't even use the letters in each other's name. So, like, for example, if any word starts with M, they'll put like a red X over the M everywhere they go. Like, you know,
that is, yeah.
You know, when I go to a store, if I ever see like a Texas logo, I'll turn it upside down.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They carry around like red.
Do you actually do that?
I do. I still do that.
Bro.
It has to be done.
That's crazy.
It has to be done.
Oh, yeah.
I got my horns down shirt on.
Yeah.
Just in case we got to talk about this today. But,
man.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. They carry around red tape with them. A lot of people do.
You're talking about
they
fans.
Will literally tape over anytime in public. Like if
that is not what I thought you meant. I
Yeah.
thought you meant like the graphics at the game, like of the professionals make graphics or something.
No.
Not the fans are going
people
around
will literally
vandalizing everything. Yeah.
Now it's with red tape, so you just take it off. But
Yeah,
still.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, who do you think is in the Red River Shootout?
I think that is going to be Mississippi State versus Ole Miss.
No, not that one.
Dang it.
Not that one. Do you want another guess?
What about Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State?
Close. It's Oklahoma versus Texas.
Dang it.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's tough because some of these teams are repeated. Like you just mentioned Oklahoma.
I was going to say, I'm going to forget which one
I know. I meant to bring you a pen.
But it's okay. It's all good.
I'll keep you on track. Yeah, so Red River Shootout is Oklahoma versus Texas. That's an annual game. They play it actually in Dallas at the Texas State Fair.
Okay.
So that's like a annual event at that time. It's always, or not always, it's usually a pretty good game. Those two teams do not like each other, as is a common thread throughout all these. So Civil War, that should be a clue.
So West Virginia versus Pittsburgh?
Nope.
Think
Think about Civil War. So the Civil War in U.S. history was the country against itself.
Yes.
So the Civil War in college football
is Mississippi State and Ole Miss.
Okay, you're on the right track.
Okay.
Still no. But you got the right idea where it's going to be in-state.
Is it?
I'll just tell you. It's
Is it-
Oregon. Oh,
I was going to say Oklahoma.
no, Oregon State.
So. Okay.
That one, I think they also changed the name of that one for some reason. Civil War, I think, is now just Oregon versus Oregon State.
Okay.
But, again, known by no other name. Backyard Brawl. Which one do you think is that?
Now, that one makes me think it's Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State.
Nope.
Still not.
Still
okay.
no.
I was assuming it was going to be one of the states on states.
Not this time. That would make sense, though.
Why is that the back? Oh, because they're
know.
neighbors.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're on the right track. So, states that touch.
I don't know.
West Virginia, Pittsburgh.
Dang it.
Yeah. Yep. Farmageddon.
I know that's Iowa State and Kansas State,
Yes.
right? That one's an easy one.
Yes, and actually, so this game actually just happened this past weekend at the time this comes out.
Really?
So, yeah. So in real life, you can watch it next weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but at the time this comes out, this game was just played. It was played in week 0 in Dublin, Ireland. So they took Farmageddon to Potato Land.
To new heights.
Yeah. Which Nebraska and Northwestern played in Ireland a couple of years ago. My sister went, and it's played at like a FIFA like soccer stadium, and apparently it was just beautiful. Like it was awesome.
Yeah.
So Farmageddon is going to be played in week 0, or was just played in week 0 at the time this comes out. But that'll be a game you can still catch in real life if you'd like to. Holy War.
BYU versus Utah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder why it's called the Holy War.
I don't know.
Involving Utah.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows, really? Moving on. Egg Bowl.
Oklahoma versus Texas.
Nope. We already did that one. That was the Red River Shootout.
Oh, okay.
I know. I meant to bring you a pen. I'm sorry. This is a tough one because it has nothing to do with the teams.
Georgia versus Georgia Tech?
Nope. This one is actually Mississippi State and Ole Miss.
Huh.
Yeah.
I was going to say that one for clean old-fashioned hate.
Really? Yeah. That is a Southern matchup, but not that one. So, yeah, I don't 100% know why it's called the Egg Bowl. I looked this up and forgot what I read. But I think it's, the football shaped like an egg. I think the trophy looks like an egg.
Okay.
And so I don't know which came first, the trophy or the egg or whatever. But it's always a good time. There was a game a few years ago it was the Egg Bowl, and it's just always one of those wacky games where you just never know what's going to happen, and so it's just kind of a good time. I think it's usually the Friday after Thanksgiving night game. A couple of years ago, Ole Miss had the game in the bag, and then one of their players scored a touchdown, but then did a celebration wherein he pretended to be a dog urinating on a fire hydrant, and Mississippi State. How
fun!
Mississippi State's the Bulldogs,
yeah.
So he was like making fun of them.
Yeah.
And anyway, he got penalized for that. Series of events happened. Mississippi State ends up winning the game. So people called, instead of the Egg Bowl, they called it. And I don't know if I could say that on the pod,
I was just saying, you want to bleep that too?
Yeah, you just be the judge on that.
Yeah, okay.
But
got it.
Use your imagination if we bleep that out. But rhymes with Ole Miss. Anyway, so there's always just wacky stuff that's going on.
Do you think this affects people's availability to get a job?
Availability in what way?
Like, do you think these actions that these crazed fans do, like, inhibit their ability to sustain employment?
Maybe. Are you talking about the player that did that action?
I'm just talking about just in general when these people do these crazy things and then they go to get a job later.
I bet that guy that poisoned the trees probably had a hard time.
I wouldn't hire that guy. I'm not hiring that guy because then you see him standing over by the water cooler and you're like,
you're the guy you're the poison guy. You didn't poison the water cooler,
why is
did
the
you?
poison guy hanging out by the water cooler?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
All right, let's so Bedlam. You got 2 options left: Oklahoma State, and Georgia Tech.
That one seems like Georgia and Georgia Tech.
Wrong.
Dang it.
I know.
Okay. So clean old-fashioned hate was Oklahoma and Oklahoma State.
No. Bedlam is Oklahoma and Oklahoma State.
Oh, so clean old-fashioned hate is Georgia versus Georgia Tech.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, which is an in-state rivalry. It's also the
Got
longest name, but it is a good time. So that game, again, just another in-state, probably the 2 bigger schools in the state. Historically, both are usually pretty good.
Okay.
Georgia Tech's kind of fallen off until recently. They should have a good season this year. But anyway, thanks for playing along.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was as fun as I hoped it would be.
Yeah, that was enlightening. These names are hilarious.
I know. I thought you'd enjoy that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So just knowing that there's like, and this isn't even
Farmageddon is awesome.
That might be my favorite. Yeah, Farmageddon.
Because my idea, when I'm thinking of like having a budget that college football does for Farmageddon, I mean, you could slingshot like exploding bales of hay into the sky for fireworks. Like they could really, everybody's dressed up in overalls and like there you could really go hog wild with that one. Yeah, that could be awesome.
Yeah, Farmageddon. I almost wish we thought of that because that would be a great name for the Nebraska-Iowa rivalry, but it's already taken.
Dude, and clean old-fashioned hate.
Clean old-fashioned hate.
That's such a good name.
Yeah. But what's funny is, and I don't know enough about this, so I could be totally off base on this. I don't know enough Georgia and Georgia Tech fans to know for sure, but I don't get the sense that they really despise each other.
Not like some other groups around here.
At least not at the same level, yeah. And so it is kind of a funny name. Like I almost wonder if that might. I'm like, I feel like you took that one a little far.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's fun. And there's one. I was thinking about this. Nebraska has a rivalry with Minnesota, and it's not a named rivalry officially. It's not even a trophy game officially, and we'll talk about the trophy games in a second. But actually, I put it on this list. So let me just tell you the story of how this came to be.
Okay.
Because this is an unofficial trophy that was actually made by the universities, like not officially by the universities,
it's not sanctioned,
but by people at the university.
Okay.
But basically, there was a Twitter account based on Nebraska's old football coach. The coach's name was Bo Pelini. The Twitter account was Faux Pelini, so fake Bo Pelini.
Yeah.
And anyway, Faux Pelini was one of my favorite Twitter accounts. He's a lawyer in Chicago, but he's hilarious.
That's awesome.
And he would just like tweet all the games, but then after we fired the coach, he kind of like lost interest, I think.
Yeah.
And so it fell off. He's still like somewhat active, but not like it used to be. Anyway, he got into a Twitter fight with the mascot profile for Minnesota.
Okay.
And basically they started going back and forth with each other, and it turned into a bet where it's like, okay, $5 if I win, $5 if you win. And then I think Faux Pelini came back with like, how about if I win, you give me $5. If you win, I break a chair over your head, like that sort of thing. And it was all in good fun.
Yeah.
Like I'll send you an article about it if you're interested.
Yeah.
But, anyway, so this all turned into a trophy that somebody mocked up and then ended up building, like in their like whatever the college equivalent of Woods class is.
Yeah.
And brought it to the games, and the players loved it. But the schools would not like approve of it, and it was called the $5 Bits of Broken Chair Trophy. And
that's awesome.
I'll send you a picture of it we can put up here.
That's so funny.
It went back and forth between the teams for a while, but neither school would officially adopt it.
Yeah.
And one day I think it just got put in a closet somewhere, and nobody knows where it is anymore. But
it's like the search for the Ark of the Covenant, like Indiana Jones. Like there's kids that go in there every year. They get to fall semester and they show up and they're like, "Who's gonna find it?"
Yeah, and it's probably destroyed by now or something. But like, and I don't even know who had it last. Honestly, like I don't know if Minnesota destroyed it or if Nebraska got rid of it. But that's like one of those examples of like an organic kind of thing happening, where like when Nebraska joined the Big Ten, before we ever played each other, they made a trophy for the Iowa-Nebraska game and called it the Heroes Trophy, and it's to honor like veterans and stuff. And I'm like, that's all great. Yeah. But it's more fun, I think, when it happens organically. Yeah. Something like that. So a couple other. Now the Big Ten is big on trophy games. Okay. Where like the players will actually walk off the field with something. Yeah. And it all started like some of these you can only imagine what it started with, but now they're like actual trophies. Back in the day, they were probably just like collateral for like whatever I had in my shed at the time. Yeah. And so for example, Minnesota and Wisconsin play for Paul Bunyan's axe. Yeah. And it's like a big axe.
So it's like an actual axe that he like used.
I mean, it's a trophy version of it, but that's the idea. Is like it's this huge axe that like way bigger than like a functional axe, and at the end of the game, the players get it. Like they'll run to the other. Like if the other team won last year, they'll run to the other team's sideline and grab the axe and then run off with it, and like just hold it over their heads. And
That's
stuff.
a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. This is kind of the pageantry
Yeah.
stuff I'm talking about, where it's like there's so much more going on than just football, and it's exciting to see them win. You know, and the Bourbon Barrel, that's Indiana and Kentucky. They play for the Bourbon Barrel.
That makes sense.
Probably used to be a literal bourbon barrel.
Yeah.
And now it's a trophy. The Old Oaken Bucket, Indiana and Purdue. So Indiana just likes wood containers. But they play for the Old Oaken Bucket. And now it's like a trophy version, so it's like every
Gilded
year.
in gold. And,
Yeah, every year they etch the winning team and the score into the bucket or whatever, and it just kind of grows over time. Floyd of Rosedale. This is a pig trophy, like a hog.
Oh, no.
Between Iowa and Minnesota.
Okay.
So they play for the Floyd of Rosedale trophy.
It's not a real pig, right?
Not anymore. That's how it started. So it
literally, that's so sad.
Yeah, literally, like whenever this started back in the 1900s, maybe earlier, I don't know. They were playing for a literal pig, and the winning team got to take the pig home. But then next year they had to come back with a pig, and that's what was on the line.
That is awesome.
And it was called Floyd of Rosedale. The Tiger Sooner Peace Pipe, that's Missouri and Oklahoma. It's a lesser known one. It's a lot of Indian reservations out there, Native American like land.
Yeah.
And they play for a peace pipe. $5 Bits of Broken Chair Trophy, that's Nebraska, Minnesota. Unofficial, but fun. And then I mentioned earlier the Civil War, Oregon State. They play for the Platypus Trophy. So
Perry the Platypus?
Yeah, probably.
That's fun.
But anyway, this is just my recommendations to you before we get back to who your team's going to be. But there's some games coming up this weekend. So week 0, at the time this posts, week 0 is behind us. There's usually just a few games on week 0.
Yeah.
And kind of like how we did at episode 0, it's like, why don't you just call that week 1? But there's really only a handful of games on week 0 because traditionally college football starts on Labor Day weekend, or like close to Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
So week 0 is just the week before that, before the rest of the teams kick off. So if you were trying to gain interest in the sport, the games or the matchups that I would encourage you to check out this weekend in week 1 would be Texas at Ohio State. That's in the morning, kicks off at 11 Central Time. It's a top 5 matchup. Reigning champion against projected champion. That's a big game. So that'll be a fun one. In the afternoon, this is assuming you want to watch college football all day, okay? Doing nothing else. So after that game's over,
is that this weekend?
It's week 1. So this weekend as of this episode publishing.
Oh, okay.
So I'll give you the date later.
Okay.
But
I was going to say, because if we're talking in real life, I've kind of got plans.
Yeah, me too.
So,
me too. But no, this publishes August 25th.
Okay, got it.
So it'll be this weekend.
Got it.
Of this posting. So in the afternoon, Alabama at Florida State.
Yeah.
Kind of a local big game.
Yeah.
Florida State fell off hard last year. This could be a bounce back season for them. Alabama's looking to advance on what they started last year. So it's like there's also a lot of trash talking going on, which is kind of fun.
Shocker.
I know. I mean, between the teams.
Yeah.
Even. Yeah. So, and then in the evening, you kind of have a set of games that you can choose from.
Okay.
That would be a recommended game for you. So there's LSU at Clemson. That's going to be a top 25 matchup. Both playoff caliber teams, both Tigers, and both call their stadium Death Valley.
That's intense.
I know. So I think, you know what I think?
Yeah.
I think whoever wins that game should get to keep Death Valley.
Yeah.
And whoever loses that game should have to just call it Tiger Stadium or something.
There you go.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what I think. And I think their stadiums are like Memorial Stadium and Tiger Stadium or something like that. But they both call it Death Valley for whatever reason, which is cool. But
I just had a realization. Did we ever answer Micah's question about what we think is the biggest?
No, let's come back to that.
Oh, okay.
Here. Yeah, good point.
Just real quick.
Yeah, thanks, Patrick.
I mean, obviously, my answer is obviously going to be Alabama-Auburn because that's all I ever hear.
It's all we hear about. It's a big deal everywhere, but especially down here.
But here, it's nothing else matters.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter where your position is at. You could be like the number one team and you could beat Alabama and Auburn and be like, yeah, we're going to the playoffs. And still after the playoffs, they'd be talking about an Alabama-Auburn game, and the winner of all time could be in the conversation and be like, but I think, and they go, we don't care what you think.
Exactly.
And it's so it's
it
like,
doesn't matter what you
it
think.
literally does not, like the president could be coming down here for an event or something, and they would be like, you'd be like, yeah, but what about, you guys hear the president's coming? They'd be like, we don't, that is not important right now.
Iron Bowl's this
What's
weekend.
Important is this Iron Bowl. So in my opinion, Alabama-Auburn is, because that's the only thing. Even when I lived in Florida, that was all people talked about.
What's a big deal? Even like I'm from Nebraska, the Iron Bowl was always a big deal.
Yeah.
Like it was a game to watch, especially if both teams were good.
Yeah.
Like, because you can count on a good game.
Yeah.
And weird stuff happens when Auburn plays at home.
Yeah.
Against a big team. There's a lot of talk about voodoo. I don't know about all that, but their stadium allegedly involved with voodoo.
You just have more energy at home.
No, but it's crazy because
you just have more energy at home.
And,
it makes
and
sense.
I remember I was in college watching the Iron Bowl by myself, which sounds sad as I say it out loud. But when the kick six happened.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the kick six?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's one of the clips I want to show you when I'm thinking about like some of the greatest college football plays of all time. Like the kick six is definitely up there in the top 5, maybe top 3.
I remember.
For sure.
I remember when it happened.
Some people would argue number 1. I remember when it happened.
Went to church that Sunday.
Yeah.
Half the people act like Jesus had come back and been murdered again. I was like, this is borderline disrespectful. Like you should have got that out of your system before coming to church.
Yeah. What happened to getting your heart right before God?
Yeah, because it was just people were morose, dude.
Yeah. Well, you find out who God is when your team loses.
God is so good. Like, dude.
Everybody goes forward at the end of service for prayer.
Pray for my heart. Pray for our country.
I just need prayers for Alabama football.
For strength.
Coach Saban must be so sad today. Pray for him. But no, you're right. I mean, I always enjoy, and I'm not trying to upset anybody when I say this, I like when both Alabama and Auburn lose, but Nebraska wins.
Yeah.
Or if Nebraska loses and both Auburn and Alabama lose,
yeah.
I know no one's going to ask me about it at church.
Yeah.
Because if Auburn or Alabama win, but Nebraska loses, I'll get 12 people walk up to me at church and be like, "Ooh, yeah, you guys almost had it. So close. Oh, Nebraska couldn't quite pull it off this week."
Yeah.
But if their team lost, they don't say jack.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah.
And if Nebraska wins and both of their teams lose, I'm like, I'm just going to enjoy this.
Yeah. How are you doing?
Yeah. How are you? How's the game? What happened? Oh, I missed that. Oh, so sad. Anyway, my team won. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. So I don't know that I really care what's like the greatest rivalry in college football. I think that the Iron Bowl was more important in Nebraska than, or I'll say the North. I'm not going to speak for the entire North, but the North as I knew it. I think the Iron Bowl was probably more important to the North than the game is to the South.
Really?
Because I don't think anybody down here really cares about anything other than the SEC.
That's true.
So when the game is on, they're like, who cares?
Yeah.
But in up north, it's like the game is the game. Like that's why they call it that.
Right.
And in a lot of ways, it decides, most of the time who's going to the Big Ten championship, who's going on now to the playoff, or who's going to have the better seeding. It used to be, it's like, okay, the winner of this game determined who was going to go and play and represent the Big Ten in the national championship, because Ohio State and Michigan
which is meaningless to everyone down here if it's not SEC.
Yeah, exactly, because they think
I pick up on that as well.
Yeah, they think the Big Ten is like the MAC.
Somebody tried to teach me about the different conferences, and basically, I'm not going to out the person, but basically they were like, the only thing that matters is the SEC. Everything else doesn't really matter.
It's
and
an
I was
echo.
like, well, then why is all this other football
Yeah.
here?
It's an echo chamber down here, and it's exhausting. And I've been fighting the good fight, but it is like talking to a brick wall sometimes, where I'm like, okay, but what's this got to do with the SEC? How many SEC championships does Michigan have? None?
It's similar to
Then they don't matter.
It's similar to like geopolitics.
Yeah.
Where some people would be like, some international crisis would happen, and people go, well, yeah, but like, is it happening here? And it's like, well, it may not be happening here, but that doesn't mean it's not happening.
Yeah, like at the beginning of COVID.
Yeah.
You read the headlines and you're
over there,
like, sucks for China.
Yeah, yeah. And then look what happened.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Let me show you a couple of clips, and we'll put these up on the screen. But this one we were just talking about. So this is, just to refresh your memory, this is the kick six. Let me... I don't know if I picked the right clip. Hold on. So apparently you just can't just Google the kick six, because you get a slow motion version of it. All right, I'm going to send you a better clip than this, and we'll just pretend we watched that. Wow, that was cool. I like how fast you ran.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I like that it wasn't in slow-mo the whole
I
time.
liked watching the ball fly.
So you've seen the
I've seen the clip, yeah.
So I'm not going to worry about finding a better clip. I'll send one to you for the sake of the screen.
Okay, is this a real clip?
So this is a real clip. This is actually one of the greatest plays in Nebraska history. So this is back in 1995. Tommy Frazier, they call this the run.
Okay.
So let me show you the run. And just for the... Oh, great. Dude, I've prepped all this. There's no ads. Unbelievable. Okay. All right, here we go. So just to give you some context, Florida had... This is Nebraska versus Florida in the national championship game.
Yeah.
And Florida had been talking smack about how their offense was going to run up the score on Nebraska and all this stuff. Nebraska ended up winning like 63-24 or something. Like just blew them out of the water. But this run kind of encapsulates the whole... how the game went. Because of all the...
had 143 yards in the game before he injured a knee and lost the starting position to injury.
So Tommy Frazier lines up, they run the option, keeps it himself, 1 missed tackle, 2, 3, 4, 5 missed tackles, 6 missed tackles.
Oh, they don't have him yet. Look at Tommy Frazier. How many tackles can one man break?
That is crazy.
Yeah. So for the listeners, the Nebraska quarterback...
That guy was huge.
Yeah.
That guy's a unit.
Yeah. Well, so back in the day, a lot of football programs didn't do, like, strength and conditioning the way they do it today.
Yeah.
Because they believed that you needed to be lean and slender and quick to win football games. And Nebraska's coach kind of led the charge on strength and conditioning in football.
Big boys.
And they called it Husker Power.
Yeah.
It was the Husker Power program. And it showed here because obviously...
You couldn't put the guy down.
Yeah, you couldn't tackle.
Yeah.
Like, he's like literally running over people.
Yeah. He's
because
like, get off me, dude.
His legs are so much stronger than everybody else's. Yeah. And then this is the last one. This is one of my favorite plays. So this is a Miami versus Duke clip. And this is Devin Hester returning a punt against Duke in 2004. I think it was 2004 or 2005. And Devin Hester is one of the greatest kick returners, if not the greatest kick returner of all time in the NFL. And this was him when he was in college. And so this guy right here is the reason why I ever watched any NFL game, because I wanted to watch him. He was one of the like must-see TV kind of guys. And
so he's the real deal.
He's the real deal. Devin Hester versus Duke.
Ready at the 35.
Unbelievable. Thought we had another ad. All right, so he catches the ball.
Waits for a block. Here he comes again.
And just makes Duke look silly.
This time he danced into trouble and back out again. Wow. Still on his feet. Are you kidding me?
Still 50 yards to go.
Top 10 ESPN
What an athlete.
I know. So
It's crazy.
Yeah. So that sort of stuff is like what got me into football.
Yeah.
Because when I saw that as a kid, I'm like, I want to be that guy when I grow up. Now, I recognize that I'm a 5'9" white boy from Nebraska, so I'm never going to be that guy. But I wanted to be that guy.
Yeah.
And I think that when you get a kid interested in something, whether it's football, weightlifting, soccer, tech, like whatever it is, if a kid sees something, like when you witness, even still today as a 30-year-old, it's like you witness excellence of any kind.
It's inspiring.
It is inspiring. And so seeing stuff like that, I'm like, that just draws me in. And I knew what was going to happen that whole time, and it still excites me. Like when he kind of spins out of that group and gets out and then kind of ducks that guy, I'm like, it's just so fun to watch. And when I remember another like where were you moment. I remember watching the 2006 Super Bowl, and it was Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts against the Chicago Bears. And I had never heard of Devin Hester before, but Devin Hester played for the Chicago Bears. It was his rookie season, and he ran back the opening kickoff of the Super Bowl for a touchdown. And that has never been done before or since. He's the only person in the history of the NFL to ever run back the opening kickoff of the Super Bowl for a touchdown. And stuff like that. Crazy. I'm like, I just think that's so cool. And then, of course, I'm looking up Devin Hester highlights from college. And then his first couple of seasons in the NFL, nobody knew what to do with the guy.
Yeah.
Like, he was unstoppable.
Yeah.
And so he has the record for the most return touchdowns, punt return, kick return in the NFL. But most of them came in his first, 2 or 3 seasons because nobody could figure him out. Finally, people just quit punting to him. They quit kicking to him because they could not stop him. And when you witness greatness on that level, like you said, it's inspiring, but it gets me into, I think that's what got me into football. And I think stuff like that, just like seeing people who are far and away better than everyone else. Like the same reason we were all locked in on the 2008 swim Olympics.
Yeah.
Like people wanted to watch Michael Phelps. Have you watched a swimming meet since then? Have you? So did you watch one before that?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. Like when you witness greatness, like that's why people are like encapsulated by and that's not the word I'm looking for, but people are drawn in.
Enraptured.
Yeah. By the Caitlin Clarks
in awe
of the world. Like people who didn't care about WNBA watch it now because they want to see Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
People who didn't care about basketball wanted to see Michael Jordan and LeBron James. People who I can go on, the list goes on. But that's the sort of stuff that got me into football. So it's like if you sit down as a person trying to care about the sport and you don't see anything like that, you're probably going to walk away bored.
Yeah.
But if you see something like that and you're with a group of people and you're like, everybody's just hyped up and everything's crazy, it can it's like a core memory sort of thing where you're just like, that was a good time. And I now associate a good time with this thing because I had a good time watching this thing. And I think that really growing up in a place that cared so much about college football, I was around it a lot. And so I got to see a lot of stuff like that, and it just drew me in. So I think that's my case for college football.
Yeah.
It's not so much about the game itself as it is how it makes you feel, you know?
Yeah.
And so if you don't feel anything about it, you're never going to care about it.
Yeah.
So
this is the year. We'll see.
Good luck to you this season.
Yeah.
So before we close out, we'll cue the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music right now. Who did Patrick pick to be his team to follow this year? And if you don't mind, list the 2 or 3 teams that you were deciding between first.
I was deciding between Florida,
Gators,
Ole Miss,
Rebels,
and Ohio State.
Buckeyes.
Those were my 3.
Okay.
So, in light of all that, my name is Patrick Smith, and for the 2025 college football season, I am rooting for Texas A&M.
Whoa! Are you serious?
No, I'm
okay.
kidding. Woo. That was a bit for you.
I'm like, as soon as you said Texas, I was like, oh no. And then you said A&M, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, I might be all right with that.
Yeah, no, that was a bit. Oh, I picked the wrong team?
Yeah.
I should have just said Texas and been done with it.
Yeah, my heart sank a little bit.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
Yeah. But if you said Texas, I think I would have known you were joking.
No, okay. Rewind it back. All right. My name is Patrick Smith, and for the 2025 college football season, I am a Florida Gators fan.
Woo! You heard it here,
Cue
folks.
the music.
You heard it here first.
So
Well,
I got to, after all the thinking and stuff, I was like, I got to go with home,
Yeah. When it makes sense, you're from the state.
Love.
That's the state school.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still visit
Florida.
quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You did just enrage most of the people we know. Because
Yeah.
there was probably only a few teams you could have picked that wouldn't have just made everybody angry.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Florida.
I made everybody angry?
Yeah, not one
Oh,
of those.
good. So then
Now,
I made my life more interesting for a few weeks.
It's not as bad as like if you picked Auburn and you're gonna really upset the Alabama fans and
Dude,
vice versa.
had I have picked either of those teams,
Yeah.
I might as well put in a leave report and just
dig
go
your-
hang
dig
out
your own
somewhere else.
grave.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, Florida, I mean, in my opinion, I feel nothing about Florida. So like I'm happy for you. I'm glad you have a team.
There you go.
They do the Gator Chomp.
Yeah, I can
You
get
know
behind
that? Yeah. So yeah, no, that's a good team to follow. And I like their coach a lot. Billy Napier. He's the Sunbelt Billy guy I was telling you about where people kind of make fun of him. Tough schedule last year and this year. So we'll see what he can
come out
do.
and beat the brakes off of some folks.
Maybe so. You got probably one of the best quarterbacks in the country if he stays healthy. So it's going to be fun to watch. Good team, good coach, good fan base as far as I know. Great mascot. Gators.
Yeah, dude.
That's a good one.
Gators are cool.
Yeah, Gators are cool.
So,
Well,
you got anything before we get out of here?
I don't think so, but obviously I've not done a good job directing the show today because I'm like, oh, there it is. No, I think for those of you who turn this off, go ahead and tune back in. We are done talking about college football.
For now.
At least episode-long discussions. I might check in.
We'll probably
with you.
talk by the end of the season.
Yeah, but we might come back and do like a recap or something
Yeah.
for the playoff or national championship or, but I might check in with you and see how your team's doing and all
Yeah.
that. But we're not going to spend too much more time on this. So for those of you who endured, thank you for being here. And do you have anything else left to say?
No, go Gators.
All right, go Big Red. I am Josh.
And I'm Patrick.
And you can find us at Good Dumb Fun on socials. Reach us at gooddumbfunshow@gmail.com. Hit us up on SpeakPipe, please.
Yeah, we would love
And
that.
tell your good dumb friends about us. Thank you very much. We have been
The Good Dumb Fun Show.
Flub that one.
Football!
All right, that was fun.
That was fun.